Happy Hump Day. And you know what that means, right? It's Shogun Day or Shegun. Which is it today? We'll find out. We're talking about episode 7, A Stick in Time. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Happy Hump Day. Here we are. It's Wednesday. We're halfway through the work week. How exciting. We're well on our way to the weekend. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. We appreciate each and every one of you. And just for the record, I want to say thank you to the new subscribers and old subscribers. We hit 300 subscribers today or yesterday, whatever it was. And I want to show you what nerdy Daxton did. He made me a YouTube 300 subscriber award. How cool. So sweet. He made it like a week ago when I was getting close. And he was like, I'm ready to give this every day. He's like, hey, did you get there? Did you get there? Finally got there. Thanks, buddy. To be fair, both of the nerdy youngins are very supportive. Hey, links for all our stuff is down below in the description. Feel free to check it out. There's all sorts of good stuff. Merch page, our website, everything is down there, including some codes for coffee to get you a great, great deal on some of the best coffee on the planet, if not the best. All right. So we left off last week with episode 6 of Shogun, which turned into Shegun. And they completely altered main characters. They altered their backstories. They altered the story. As far as I'm concerned, it's unfixable as far as what they've ruined by changing. Not just little bits and pieces, but I mean entire backstories and the reasons that things are happening. Okay? So I'm happy to tell you Shegun has left this season, or this episode. Episode 7, A Stick of Time. It's not Shegun, it's Shogun again. Barely. So let's take a look real quick. I'll just tell you what it's about. Episode 7, A Stick of Time, 55 minutes. Outplayed by a new alliance in Osaka. Toranaga is forced to carve out a new deal with a long-lost family member. Yep, there you go. So, again, this episode has a shock ending, okay? And I got to thinking about this. A lot of people have complaints about Disney, and have had for several years now, that everything they put out is just, hey, get excited for next season, or get excited for next thing that we're putting out, or get excited. Don't be excited about this once it airs. Don't be excited about this. Be excited about this next thing that's coming. And it has made viewers and lovers of Disney, a huge swath of them have become consumers. And as long as it says Disney on it, they're raring to go. Excuse me. Or Marvel, or whatever the case may be. Marvel has gotten really bad, which is also Disney. About it's just, let me show you these things to get you excited about next episode, or next show, or next movie. And as I was watching this episode, we've got 3 episodes left. Just 3. So now 7 episodes. We're through them. And as they get more and more boring, but then a shock ending, or a, don't worry, war's about to happen, or, ooh, this means a big thing's about to happen. 7 episodes now, and big thing has never happened. It has not happened. And I'm going to spoil this episode. Fair warning. In this episode, there's more whining about Blackthorn. That's fine. There's more talking by Toranaga, thinking by Toranaga, and a bunch of complainers. Toranaga goes and searches out his half-brother to ask him to stand with him against everybody else. So his half-brother and his half-brother's army or whatever, a group of, samurai, they go with Toranaga to meet in this town. Guess what? Toranaga's half-brother has already chosen a side, and it's not Toranaga's. That is not as exciting as it sounds. It's just, hey, by the way, I've taken your place as one of the regents, and you're going with me to face the consequences of all you've done. It's obvious this half-brother, who he admits he hasn't had anything to do with in a long time, they don't like each other. At least that's the way they portray it in the show. Well, as usual, Toranaga, while he's trying to figure out a way out of this, there's a bunch of flashbacks too about Toranaga when in his first battle. Anyway, his son goes off half-cocked and decides to handle this on his own. And he's going to kill Toranaga's half-brother. So at the end of this episode, there's a big battle, if you want to call it that, with about 4 people in it. And Toranaga's son goes after Toranaga's half-brother. And I kid you not, right before he gives the killing blow, he slips on a wet rock, falls back, and cracks his head open and dies. But don't worry, war's coming soon. Now, you may say, why are you complaining? Here's why I'm complaining. There's a generation of people watching this thinking that the book this is based on is this bad. And it's not. They have left so much out that they can't possibly put it all in 3 episodes. The love story that takes place that's a part of this book and the original miniseries, they've just completely, it's a side note. It's not even a main thing. Things that made Blackthorn and Toranaga and Mariko, made them solid characters that you wanted to root for, have just been completely left out of this new reimagining. And then you stack on top of that the changing of backstories and characters and why characters are doing what they're doing. You've completely taken out almost probably 70% of the Catholic Protestant fight that happens throughout the book. You started it, and then it just disappeared. No more about that. Okay. All you have now is Blackthorn. Every time he sees Toranaga, hey, when can I have my ship and my men so I can leave? They've turned him into a one-note character of no, he's unnecessary. And he's literally the main character, one of 2 main characters of the book. So, there's been no battles, no big wars, no big fights, nothing. And it's written poorly, in difference to the original, which is bright colored and delightful and fun to watch, and still you're on the edge of your seat. It's stressful and you don't know what's going to happen. And as much as they left out in the original miniseries, because the book is the size of a Bible, it covered all these points that made you fall in love with the characters and want them to survive or to win or to be a guiding, shining light. Now, in looking at the new one, 7 episodes in, the main color of this miniseries is gray and rainy. And maybe you don't have this problem, but I am having trouble just giving a crap about any of these characters. It's just jumbled from point A to point B to point C to point, and just covers the alphabet, but never gives you a complete structured story of what's going on. And I'm sure in episode 9 and 10, they're going to pull it all together and be like, see, what actually was happening was, look at all this 4D chess going on, and this is what was actually going on behind the scenes. Why? I don't need a new mystery box program. I'm too far in to quit now, but I have seen nothing to make this better or equal to the book or the original miniseries. Sorry. And I'm not sure how they're going to pull it all together in the final 3 episodes. Maybe in episode 10 we'll get some war or some battles or some fights. Or maybe in episode 10 they'll show us how Toranaga actually is a great strategist. And he uses all the pieces he has on the board, including Blackthorn and Mariko and everybody, to make it go his way. Can you tell me right now, if you're watching this miniseries after 7 episodes, to you, does it look like Toranaga knows what in the hell is going on? Does it look like Blackthorn's doing anything but just being part of the background and staring at Mariko? Is there any part of this that looks like it's a cohesive, fully thought out story that connects everything? Or does it look like moments trying to prepare you for look at next thing, look at next episode, good stuff coming soon? Be honest with yourself and you tell me. I don't think they're going to resolve it the way it's written in the book. I've made a slight wager, and I've called it on a couple of items with Bushido Blues. So he'll know if I was right or wrong. So we'll see. Maybe next week somebody will draw a sword and actually use it properly to behead somebody or to battle somebody. Maybe Blackthorn will say, hey, what can I do to help you out here, buddy? Since I'm stuck here regardless. Maybe we'll get to see the people that were on the ship with Blackthorn on the first episode. Maybe we'll get to see them again, considering they have a major role to play in the book and the miniseries. Maybe. We'll find out next week. All right, that's it. That's the Humpday review for Shogun, episode 7, A Stick in Time. And don't get me wrong, if you're watching this show and you're enjoying it, that's great. I'm not knocking you. I've seen the original. I've read the book. They're failing at this. I'm sorry. Doesn't mean you have to not like it. I'm just not real happy overall. All right, we'll be back on Kung Fu Friday to talk about something. I'm not sure yet what. It won't be Shogun. All right, for Michael, the microphone, Bob, and Squeaky Chair, wherever he is. You know what? I'm going to post a postcard that I just got today. I haven't had time to put it on the computer yet. I just got it in the mail today. I'll post it on Instagram. So check us out on Instagram, The Nerdy Ronin. All right. We'll see you on Friday. Have a great one.